contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. See your Wesley Chapel, Tampa Bay, Clearwater, and Sarasota Lexus dealers.
If you suffered any injuries involving a deployed airbag, you could be entitled to compensation. Morgan & Morgan has already recovered millions. Get America's largest injury law firm fighting for you.
An office near you.
Hey anglers, the best fishing charters in the Bay Area out of Hubbard's Marina on the boardwalk at Johns Pass. Hubbard's Marina has been catching fish since 1928. They offer everything from family-oriented half-day trips to the more advanced overnight trips. Nobody in the business does big group party fishing like Hubbard's Marina. They also have a great tackle store that can provide live bait and tackle to fish from their boats or from Johns Pass Bridge. So for the best cheeseburger on the Gulf, book your trip today at 727-393-1947 or go to hubbardsmarina.com.
The following is a commercial program paid for by Real Animals Fishing. The opinions, viewpoints, and promises made during the following program are not those of WFLA AM, its staff, management, or parent company, iHeartMedia Incorporated.
Welcome to the Bartow Ford Real Animals Radio Show, your weekly voyage into Florida fishing. Presented by Hubbard's Marina, hosted by Captain Mike Anderson and Captain Dylan Hubbard.
Let's do that. Turn the mic on. Good morning.
Getting off strong.
That's right. Tampa Bay. 970 WFLA Talking Fishing. Going to be here until 8 o'clock.
Unfortunately, only till 8 o'clock.
A little lag there on, on your part as well.
It's going to be a rough day.
Slow starter here. Slow starter here.
All of a sudden, I started hearing noise over here, so I had to pause my computer. Didn't want any more sound playing. Man.
We got some rain coming, huh?
It is a little spotty this morning, unfortunately. Some rain rolling in, little frontal boundary cruising through. Kind of pre-tropical system potentially. This little cold frontal boundary. It's hard to call it a cold front when we're not actually going to get cold, right?
Or even cool. Is it going to get cool?
Nah, I wouldn't even say that. It's really not even going to take any humidity away. It is just a frontal boundary moving through. It's one of those early season ones, almost non-noticeable besides a little bit of rain today and that wind shift. It is going to be out of the north tomorrow, and that's going to really lower our rain chances. So today we have about a 60-70% chance of rain, whereas tomorrow it completely dies out rain-wise. Really looking forward to a beautiful day tomorrow. But a lot of times, backside of those cold fronts, sometimes it can be a little bit tough fishing-wise, but when it's this kind of a weak front, I think it won't affect us as much. But we are on a quarter moon right now. We're expecting that quarter moon Tuesday, so slow-moving tides through the weekend into the coming work week. We have a lot of moving barometers. We have that potential of that tropical system moving up our east coast. Seems pretty likely to become a hurricane there Monday into Tuesday, and cruising right off our east coast of Florida and kind of hugging the coastline all the way. It seems this morning's updates have it kind of cruising right up to Jacksonville and then taking a right and kind of cruising, hugging the coast around South Carolina, North Carolina, and then back out into the Pacific. So hopefully that stays away from land, and we're glad to see 99% chance, at least right now. It looks like it's going to stay on the east coast of Florida, which is also positive. We will see some effects. I would imagine probably Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday. It's going to be a little breezy around here. Maybe Sunday night late might kick off. But I would say your best chances to get out there and catch some fish would be today. I would guess most of those storms are going to be this morning. So this afternoon and then Sunday ahead of that a little bit more moderate weather there Monday, Tuesday. And then the backside of that storm should hopefully be pretty good as next weekend we get closer to that new moon. Water starts moving around a little bit more. Weird, though. We were kind of on that cooling pattern, and we're all getting excited. At least I was. I was like, man, it's kind of like fall out here. But you brought it up last week. You're like, oh, we get those fake.
Yeah.
And it faked us out.
Never happens. It just always, September gets...
Your pessimism held true, but...
I'm not trying to be pessimistic. I'm trying to be realistic. Let's not get too excited here. It's still September.
Yeah, well, it got us.
Yeah, September. It was hot yesterday. Scrubbing the boat after the trip was She was
Yeah.
pretty warm.
It was hot yesterday morning. Like I said, I talked about last week how Friday morning I was standing out there to do the news segment. It was all nice and cool and beautiful. Wasn't true this week.
Yeah.
Had the sweat stains back.
Humidity getting rocking and rolling. Weather update brought to you by our good friends at Reese Windows and Doors. You know, they're Florida's leading window and door company, over 50 years in business. They offer free installation, most windows and doors installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. You know, their work comes with that. What I love the most, the work comes with that double lifetime warranty, which means you never pay for warranty. When you sell your house, the warranty transfers to the new owners, which adds value to your home. Visit reesewindows.com for more information. Yeah, interesting week. So you just said coming up on the new moon. We're coming up on the full, I think. Just coming off the new.
Yes, you're right. Sorry.
Coming off the new.
We're coming up to a quarter moon Tuesday, and then that following weekend will be on the front side of that full moon. You're right.
And the reason I know that so well is because my irritation is,
everything.
As you know,
everything.
Not everything. Come on. The worst, just you right now, actually.
Is Beth awake? Don't make me text her.
I love the new moon. I mean, in general, the new moon for me is always the best. Mm-hmm. This last new moon was terrible. Bite's been off, man, and I couldn't put my finger on what. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. We had a couple of those cooler mornings. Water temps were down 84 degrees. You're thinking, okay, we're on the new moon. This should be bang up. I'm really, really believing, and I've seen this a couple times in my travels with the TV show. Bro, there's bait everywhere. Mm-hmm. Like, not a little bit of bait.
Yeah.
Like, there's bait.
A lot of it.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, actually.
And it's kind of strange for me, again, not being specifically inshore, but just kind of watching and talking to folks. It seemed like a weird week the last 7 to 10 days because we were on a really early cooling pattern. Water temperatures were starting to really shift down way earlier than expected.
Yeah.
We had a lot of freshwater influx. We had a gar inside Johns Pass, which was pretty strange.
Right.
Underneath Don's dock and the dock lights one morning. So that tells me there's way too much fresh water in the pass. And then on top of that, the snook seemingly were more active than they have been. I mean, just you throw a shrimp out and they react immediately. Yeah, it was really interesting the last, I would say, 5 to 7 days. And then it kind of switched off like a light as soon as those tides slowed down. It's been weird.
It's been a really, really
and nearshore, same thing.
Tough bite.
Nearshore, it's like one day we do pretty good, and the next day it's like,
yeah,
kind of had to work for it.
Well, and you know what? That's probably well put. We were catching some fish, but it wasn't doing what you expected it to do on the new moon. Mm-hmm. You know, you expect the new moon to give you 3-4 days of just some of your better fishing of the month, and for me at least, it didn't happen. I know there's probably some captains, some people listening that were like, "Hey, I went to my spots and it was fire." Okay, well. My spots were not. So even a spot we did really good on Wednesday. Had a good buddy of mine call me in on a shoreline where they were catching quite a few fish. We rolled in there behind them, caught quite a few fish. It was fairly active. I went in there, I thought, well, this would be perfect for Friday. We got low water. It's kind of a deeper water shoreline. This would be perfect. It was tough.
Yeah.
So, and again, a lot of the snook have kind of staged up a little bit towards what I would call that fall pattern on the outsides of the shorelines, headed just where they could dive into the cuts if they want to as we approach winter. And those areas were good. I mean, we caught some fish in those areas, kind of saved our whole day. But some of the stuff that I thought should have been good should really have kind of, we shouldn't have needed to get in on all those, young snook, small snook, going to catch the 22s and 23s, 24s in the community holes. I don't think we should have needed that on this new moon, and we just really did. At least I did.
Yeah.
So, just it was a tough week.
Yeah, for us offshore, we were focused on those amberjack. Unfortunately, got a 48-hour notice announcement that amberjack was closing. But at least we got a pretty decent run at least that's the silver lining side of it is they told us amberjack wasn't going to open. It did open. We got 26 days of amberjack. And man, it was pretty solid. A lot of big fish, a lot of broke off fish. I mean,
Really?
that was the tough part this past week, and knowing that we're going to close Wednesday's 12-hour extreme, we hooked probably 15 amberjack, caught 0.
Oh,
yeah.
Ouch.
39-hour trip was averaging like maybe 20%, 15 to 20%.
Under gun?
Hookups. Just, man, those big amberjack, you get on an 80, 90-pound amberjack, you gotta know what you're doing. You gotta be lucky, and you gotta have the right stuff.
What do we say about tarpon? I've been saying for years, if you get the moniker, the Silver King,
Yeah.
you know you're bad to the bone, right?
Yeah.
Reef donkey,
Punisher.
the Punisher, is that what you call them?
I hate them.
They'll wear you out.
I'll
Dude.
hook
There's
them up
no
for
doubt.
you, but I'm not going to fight one.
There's no doubt, dude. They are.
Want no part of that.
A lot of effort. A lot of effort coming from the old reef donkeys.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, I mean, we had some big ones, some 50, 60. I think the biggest one landed was about 72 pounds. But there was some bigger ones hooked for sure. And they're just tricky, man. They're a fun fish, though. And there's a lot of them out there. I think we could definitely stand to get some more season. And we have the Great Amberjack Count in the works right now. That's a funded research project for the South Atlantic and the Gulf. And the hope is, the thought is, at least my hope and thought is that this Great Amberjack Count information is going to hit the scene and save us. Because right now, we weren't supposed to have amberjack
so we
open.
overfished it.
Oh, we didn't
100%
overfish it. We stomped it because it was already overfished. We were 250% over from last year.
Right.
Then it opened, which it wasn't supposed to. So I can't imagine what our payback is supposed to be.
How does that work though? If you're seeing, you guys are on the water all the time, you're obviously seeing good numbers because you're thinking, hey, we should. I don't know why we don't.
There's a lot of different fish like this. I mean, and it's really, someone made a great point on social media, which is rare, the other day. But we talked about the amberjack closing, and someone, I forget the name, they commented on it like we're getting punished for species that are doing well, and species that aren't doing as well, we're actually getting rewarded, right? So, for example, not everybody agrees with this, but there's a pretty strong sentiment across the Gulf that red snappers getting beat up. Especially the northern Gulf, especially off of Texas.
Really?
Yeah, they really feel the red snappers getting beat up. And red snapper, if you look at the state landings, each of the state landings show the average size is going down, and the average catch per unit of effort is also going down. So it shows that it's taking longer to catch the quota, and the fish we're catching are smaller. They're smaller in size, and they're smaller in weight. So if the fish average size and length and weight is going down, it tells you that potentially there's a problem there. And people are saying there's a problem, but the seasons keep getting longer because we're not filling the quota. Are you not filling the quota because the fishery's not healthy? And then on the flip side of that coin, you have amberjack, you have gags, where we have these short seasons because they're overfished and undergoing overfishing and small quotas, and we're filling those quotas overnight because there's so many of them. And then we're punished with payback. So it's just a function of the system. The federal system is so slow, and so slow to catch up, and the lag between science and management. And there's a lot of things in the works. Everybody recognizes these problems, and there's a lot of effort going behind the scenes to try to solve that problem. But just, again, nothing happens fast.
Do you want my opinion?
Burn it all down.
No, of course not. I just think the people that work for the government work for us, right? And if they're slow delivering what we need, let's just slow down their payments.
Yeah.
Because we're paying them. I'll bet you if we slowed their payments down, we could get
on
some
the flip
stuff done
side
a
of
little
that,
quicker.
On the flip side of that, in this whole amberjack thing, it worked out in our favor. Because they asked to close amberjack 2.5 months before it opened. So what's that, July, they submitted, hey, don't open amberjacks. Well, amberjacks opened anyway because the government was that slow. It took them 26 days to close them down. So be careful what you ask for. Sometimes it works in your favor.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Government inefficiency.
Right. It's a new, is that a new division?
Hashtag. We just created that.
Love it.
It is what it is. But that and more to talk about this morning. Exciting times.
Yeah. Good stuff. Phone lines are open here, 1-800-969-9352. We're going to get you guys caught up on the world of news. We'll be back talking fishing on the other side, 970 WFLA.
100 years of news and talk.
It is day 84 of testimony in the O.J. Simpson trial.
WFLA is celebrating 100 years of bringing you the news and talk you trust.
The House is set to vote today on the Brady bill.
100 years of broadcasting is brought to you by the Holland Group.
Test. Yes, we're working. Micros are working.
I will totally punch someone in the throat.
What's going on now?
I can't talk right now. I may have a huge problem. Dude, I'm on the radio, bro. I'm on the radio, bro. That's okay. There's no hats. There's no hats on the box? The shirts, are the hats under the shirts? Yeah, you don't have to check it right now. Just check them and let me know when you get a second. They're buried? Okay, thank you. I was fixing to call my guy and shoot him in the foot. I was fixing to fire a bitch. No, you're okay. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know you have them, bro. I had set myself an 8:30 alarm to call you. Because I forgot them once, so I figured, damn, if I forgot them, Josh might forget them. I hear you, brother. Well, thank you. You're the man. I appreciate you. All right, Pumpkin. See you. Bye. Good dude, man. Saving my butt. Yeah, it was like Alejandro. So I got a group fishing.
Mm-hmm.
I got a hard rock group fishing Monday morning. I got 3 more boats running out of downtown Tampa, and I got 1 boat running out of St. Pete. And the 3 out of downtown Tampa, the lady calls me and says, hey, they were looking at your website. Is there any way to get shirts and hats included for everybody going? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I send the order over to Cam and them, and I said, hey, is there any way you can get somebody to drop it off at O'Neill's on Friday?
Mm-hmm.
I'm fishing, just have them drop it off at the bait house. I'll pick it up at the end of my trip. Of course, the end of my trip, I get going, I get back late, running crazy, forget to grab them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't want to go to O'Neill's tomorrow. So Josh is picking them up and I'm gonna swing them by the house on his way home. I'm like, oh,
beautiful.
Thank God, Josh.
Do you have another logo or a new logo yet?
I do.
Can you text it to me?
I could, maybe. Hang on. Yeah, having a logo up there would be great.
Want to make sure
Make sure we look like we're professional.
Yeah.
You're a good man. Copy to Dropbox. I don't really want to copy it to Dropbox. I wonder. See if I can.
WFLA News is brought to you by the Holland Group Retirement Wealth Advisors.
So what do you want me to do with this?
text it to me. We're back.
Welcome back. 625 here at the iHeartMedia Empire. If you need a shingle, metal tile, flat roof, maybe you need a repair, maybe you need a whole replacement. It's that time of year. The storms are rolling in. You don't want to be worried about your roof if we get under some kind of crazy tropical storm warning. And the people at Affordable Roofing Systems, in our opinion, do it better than anybody in the business. They did Dylan's roof. They did Captain Ben Marshall's roof. They did one of Ben's neighbor's roofs. They did one of Dylan's neighbor's roofs. They did a repair on my roof as well. So just nobody, in our opinion, does it better. Now is the time. Get it repaired, replaced, whatever you need to do. Nobody does it better. Over 3 decades of roofing experience. Give Affordable Roofing Systems a call today at 1-888-397-ROOF. Get your free estimate or visit them online at affordableroofingflorida.com. Good stuff. Got a short, really good people. Got a short segment here before the bottom of the hour. Phone lines are open here, 1-800-969-9352. Want to put a big shout out to our friends at OCC Roadhouse, our good friend Captain Jeff Page. I want to thank him for making his way from Sarasota up to OCC on Tuesday night. I heard it was a great event. I hated to miss it, but
it was a good time.
Yeah, always a good time out there.
Man, he was funny.
He's a dandy, bro.
It was really, I learned a lot too, man. It was really interesting. He talked about the meat chickens, of course, the big mullet.
Meat chickens.
Look for the redfish and he also talked about something interesting when this time of year we're looking for redfish schools, and something that he talked about that was kind of interesting to me, at least, was that you can find schools of fish, and schools of fish are somewhat easy to find, but what people make a mistake at is they'll find a school of bubbled up fish up on a flat, and they'll cast at them and catch a bluefin or a jack or a jack. That's what I meant, bluefish or a jack, and then they'll move away. Oh, that's not them. But what he said is a lot of times with that big school of redfish, you'll have a portion of bluefish or jacks mixed in.
The jacks for me, and I've caught some bluefish, but for me, jacks are a big key. Mm-hmm. If you find some big jack schools running around this time of year, there's a really good chance they're running with redfish. Yeah, big time. It gets a little annoying, actually, because you set everything up right. You see the school, you set everything up right, get out in front of the school, baits in them, and the jacks are a little more aggressive than the redfish. You end up with a triple header jack session instead of triple header redfish. Mm-hmm. But it's always good to see them. It's just good to have them running together. We caught some jacks this week, and it's good to see those in. I don't personally like the commercial take on the jacks. I think it's tough on the fishery. Mm-hmm. We don't have the amount of schools we used to have.
They're looking at that right now.
Yeah.
FWC is actively looking at that, and cow nose rays.
Oh, really?
Yeah. FWC really has it out for those big unregulated net takes, which are cow nose rays, the jack crevalles, and then one thing they're looking at right now too is African pompano commercial take.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. And I got a lot of buddies who are, commercial fishermen, and I don't want anything to get any tougher on them. I know their world is tough for sure, but, I still think that it's, when the 2 to 4 pound jack is kind of the key, the commercial guys get keyed in on that size for whatever reason, whatever they're used for. You start taking those schools out, then you lose the opportunity to have those schools of the big jacks, the 6, 7, 8, 10 pounders that we used to run around the bay so frequently that we just don't see as much anymore. So, maybe that's why we have so much bait. Because we do have a lot of bait.
We have so much bait because the jacks aren't crushing them all.
Yes, exactly. Big schools of jacks aren't eating it all. There was just bait everywhere this week. It was really unbelievable. And I talked to guys who caught bait at the bridge. I talked to guys who caught bait on the beach. Talked to guys who, myself included, caught bait on the flats. Talked to guys who caught bait on the markers. I mean, there's bait everywhere. It's unbelievable. Thick, healthy bait. There's pinfish everywhere. Set a pinfish trap on a grass flat and just, come back the next morning. Yeah, come back the next morning and you got, 75 to 100 pinfish in your pinfish trap. You got plenty of pinfish. So
wow.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. So even the flats we were on that weren't covered in, small white bait or that, there was pinfish everywhere. You're just like, well, they don't need to eat my bait. There's plenty of bait here. So interesting stuff for sure.
That makes it real hard.
It makes it tough. Questions, comments, fishing reports, bring them right here. 1-800-969-9352. It's the Bartow Ford Real Animals Radio Show. We're talking fishing. Light them up. We'll be back.
From the local Lexus dealers, WFLA News Desk. This is News Radio, WFLA.
A multi-agency illegal immigration sweep in Brevard County nets a huge result in just 4 days. 354 people.
Thanks, Sharon Leska. Appreciate the kind words. What year did you start guiding? 18, 16?
More arrests are expected
1924. 1952.
You ever have one of those days when you look back in your life and you regret, like you don't know what you were thinking? Yeah, it was the day I thought, damn, Dylan might make a good partner on this show. Piss poor moment in judgment, that's what that's called.
Seriously, what year did you start guiding?
2000.
2000.
My 25th year, dog.
Booking page URL, you want people to call you, not book online, right? Featured YouTube videos. You have a lot of YouTube videos on your YouTube channel. You want me to just pick newer episodes?
Sure, that'd be great. Thank you. Thanks.
Flood Tide seems to be a very popular episode.
It is. The KO. The KO.
I've heard that phrase, the Flood Tide episode, so many times.
Yeah, I like that one.
Both north and southbound between Bloomington Avenue, Progress Boulevard, and Dr. King Jr. Boulevard.
Floating shallow in my KO. Oh, Kent and Apollo Beach. It's got to be Kent Hickman.
With concrete and repaving here from Witt Road to Rivercrest Drive. Tammy Bennett, News Radio, WFLA.
Is that Kent Hickman in Apollo Beach? Yeah, let me know, please.
Redfish Lodge. That sounds fun.
He said no, it's not, but he says he has another question for you guys.
Perfect.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
What was the name on it?
Kent.
Oh, that's all it was. That's kind of ironic.
It is a little bit, isn't it? That's why, I was thinking, Bobby Woodard. Boca Grande.
So what cities do you want listed? You can have up to 5. So St. Petersburg, Tampa. Do you want St. Pete Beach?
Sure. Good one.
St. Pete, Tampa, St. Pete Beach.
I guess you could do Bradenton too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one more.
I don't know what else is good. Safety Harbor?
I'd probably do Clearwater. It's a bigger
Yeah,
city.
do Clearwater. I got guys all over there, so I can help everybody out.
Mm-hmm.
That's more my goal than to book more trips.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, look how big that dog was. No, it's not a different dog. That one puppy that was up there was huge. I was like, oh my god, that's going to be a big dog.
Science to analyze your gut biome with a simple at-home test, so you know exactly what foods and supplements are right for you, all based on real data from your own body. And you know what? That's science you can trust. Go to Viome.com now and use promo code THRIVE to save $50 on your full body intelligence test. That's Viome.com, promo code THRIVE to save $50.
Bad breath is a confidence killer. You can have the best outfit, the funniest jokes, but if your breath smells like what you just ate, that's all people remember. Most gums and mints just cover it up. It's like spraying perfume on your dirty laundry.
What you watching?
Is different. It's the functional breath freshener you swallow. Clinically tested to fight the toughest offenders, even garlic and onions. Because your breath should be as fresh as your food. Go to Zelmans.com. That's ZELMINS.com.
You're going to get a about thing written for you here.
Uh-oh. There's one on my website.
Yeah.
It's not good?
I don't want to...
Oh, I got you.
You don't want to copy and paste off your website.
Okay.
You want it to be different.
Fresh.
Mm-hmm.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. The electrical panel is the heart of your home's electrical system. Malfunctions can lead to hazards like fire or power outages.
You get the logo okay?
Yes.
When does that go out?
What?
That new logo. That's going to be up there quick, huh?
Yeah, it's already on the guy checker site.
Oh, well. It is what it is.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in the respective state or county.
Your home sold in 14 days. Guaranteed at DuncanDuo.com.
Innovative Pools and Spa brings you over 35 years of experience building pools in the Tampa Bay area, and they are continuing the legacy of their father's company, which was recognized as a top pool builder in the Tampa Bay area for 35 years. Plus, they are continuing to raise the bar in pool construction, design, and features. They have an unparalleled passion for the industry. Call them today at 727.
Mine is way better than Cameron's.
Your what?
I said the one I just wrote was way better than Cameron's.
That's not Cameron's. Cameron just cut and pasted that off the old one.
I cut and pasted off ChatGPT, so there.
Oh, hey. Welcome back to the Bartow Ford Real Animals Radio Show. 636 here at the iHeartMedia Empire. The great Jason Behringer on the other side. You said we got a new guy back there, too. Huh?
We do. Cody.
Cody's back there, too. So we have two engineer extraordinaires, huh?
Yeah, making it sound pretty.
Woo.
They need that much effort.
Yeah, they it takes two to make the show go. You know you're a problem.
A lot of extra help we need.
Phone lines are open here, 1-800-969-9352. Your questions, comments, fishing reports, bring them right here. Let's roll into Apology Beach. Let's go to Apollo Beach, talk to Kent. Kent, good morning. How are you?
Hey, I'm good, guys. Got a question for you about the overall health of the bay.
Oh,
I haven't lived down here that long. I've been here about 6 years. When I first got down here, the cockroach area, the oyster bars over there, under docks, we used to just really kill the snook in the spring and the fall. Redfish as well. Good, healthy, big fish.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been terrible for me the last couple of years, and just as recently as last weekend. It's just been awful. I mean, the snook numbers really seem a lot lower. They're smaller. I'm just wondering, is it your opinion that the red tides that we've had in the recent years, and especially that chemical spill that came out of the Port Manatee area there, has that had a big impact on the bay from what you're seeing?
Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, God. Kent, my friend. Yeah, here's my issue. I echo everything you're saying. I think the fishery's off. I can't put my finger on exactly why. The Piney Point thing is gone.
I don't think you can point, in my opinion, I'll cut in. I don't think you can put a finger on exactly what. I think it's a multitude of things.
Probably. Right? And I think the biggest,
a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
In my opinion, the biggest problem we're having, and this is something that has been just driving my brain crazy for probably the last 6 months. I've been on hypersensitive to it, really trying to look in all the areas that I'm fishing. We are losing habitat so quickly. It is unbelievable to me. And I've been doing this 25 years. I don't remember ever seeing Tampa Bay in this bad a shape grass-wise. And I know that there's been some reports that, it's coming back. Okay. I don't see it. I really don't. And maybe there's some gurus that know better. The area up around downtown Tampa, the kitchen up there just, kind of north of Apollo Beach, that area is terrible for grass. It's horrible. We ran some trips out of there last year. I'm like, there's no grass hardly anywhere. It's awful. I just think that's going to affect it. I really do. I think not having that grass is really a problem. And I don't know if it's the red tides that kind of settle. I don't know if that stuff settles into the bottom and then it, sucks the life out of the mud bottom. I don't have any idea. I really can't. I can't put my finger on it. There's organizations that actually plant grass now.
Yeah, Tampa Bay Estuary Program. It's TB as in boy, EP.org. Actually has a seagrass assessment page. It's pretty interesting, and they have reports on the habitat, water quality, Some pretty interesting stuff. Tampa Bay Waterkeeper has a lot of the same stuff. There's a lot of resources out there where you can monitor it if you're interested. Too.
I just don't. I keep thinking and I keep hearing, Kent, that our seagrass is it's getting better. I don't see it. I mean, I really don't. And again, we have water clarity where I can see the bottom. So wouldn't that tells me that the sun should be getting to the bottom, helping that grass grow? I would think. Right. I don't know. Yeah. I think that's a great call, Kent, and I think it's something we have to pay attention to.
I found it.
Okay.
Right. So seagrass, overall, we have a 36% increase, but that's since 1988. So it was increasing on an increasing trend since the 80s into the 2000s, but we took a really big loss there in 2018 from that red tide, I would assume. It went from like 41,000, I think acres. I think it's acres that they're measuring here. So 41,655 in 2016. It went down a little bit in 2018, and then by 2020 it was into the low 30s. We got as low as 30. So we went from 41 to 30,000. So that's a pretty significant drop.
Yeah.
We're back to 31, but we're still way behind where we were in 2016, 2018.
I can't, it's based on the amount of bait that I'm seeing. And maybe the bait's just concentrated in the grass that we have left, and that's why it seems like we have so much. I don't know. It's a head scratcher to me. I think
we have no trouble getting bait. Bait everywhere, but the snooks and the reds, they're just not.
Well, now see, I got the redfish bite over the last 10, 12 months, maybe 18 months. The redfish bite has been better than we've seen it the last couple of years, in my opinion. The trout bite as well. Now, for some reason, that bite has gone a little bit south. My bite's been tough. A lot of the guys in my marina, the bite around Fort DeSoto, we've had to really work. And I'm not saying that we haven't had some great days where, we run into a big school of redfish and, we have a 30, 40 redfish morning and you mix in a couple of big trout and maybe a snook and you're good. The snook fishing's way off. That's been a conversation with the guides down by us.
That's where we're primarily seeing it.
Yeah. Big snook problem. I don't know.
Flounder.
And again,
flounder's been weird.
Here's the weird part about flounder. I would tell you that the flounder bite's been weird, and then this week we're catching flounder.
Jeff Page said the exact same thing.
I'm like, where did they come from?
He was like, a flounder's been weird, but man, the last 7 days we've caught a lot of flounder.
We have too. It's weird too. I'm like, flounder. I haven't seen that. Kent, I think it's important. I think it's great that you called with that question and concern, and I think that's what we need. We need
conversations.
We need the conversation. We need anglers. We need the recreational guys involved, seeing it, thinking about it, asking the questions, pushing that button, as well as those of us. A lot of times the guides, everybody's like, oh, yeah, you just want to keep all the fish to yourself. You guides are the worst. I don't kill a lot of fish. It's not my point.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to kill them anyway. So I want to see them. I want to catch them. I want to, and I'm just not seeing the numbers. I'm having to work really, really hard to put my trips together. And again, I know there's some captains and guides that are better than others, and they have, not everybody's Justin Moore. So, they're not all jumping in everybody's boat. But I'm just saying it does my heart good that you're a recreational guy living on or near Tampa Bay and you're seeing what we're seeing and you're bringing it to the show. That to me is huge because, that tells me that the recreational guys are on board and care about the fishery and we're thinking about it. So we just need to pay attention to it. I certainly hope it comes the other direction because right now, I'm seeing that loss that Dylan just reported there on the website. So,
yeah. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Ken, I appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for listening. Good call. Really good call.
What's interesting on that note is looking at that website. I hadn't really dove that deep, but I just quickly cursory did it while he was on the phone. When they started measuring it in the late 80s and early 90s, we were only at 27,000 acres. So while we have increased compared to then, historically, we're complaining because of how good it was in the 2015, 2016, 2018 range. We got up over 40,000 acres, and now we're back down to 30,000. So That's a 10,000 acre loss, which is a lot.
I'm telling you, dude, I think those numbers are way off. And it's just from, God, I mean, and I know, again, over 25 years.
I think they just did State of the Bay at the end of this past year. So that would have been 2024, I think, is when they did the measurements. But I'm not sure 100%.
And I just don't, I mean, I just don't know. I mean, we used to, in the wintertime, east winds, literally just between Cow and Calf and Tarpon Key, you could literally just turn your boat sideways and drift in 7 foot of water through the middle of there and you'd catch 100 trout a morning. The whole thing was grass, even in 6, 7, 8 foot of water. If you look at it now, and on days when that water's clean, you can see the bottom, there's no grass there. Acres and acres of area that used to be covered in grass is gone. I don't know why. I don't know if it's anybody's fault. I don't know if it's cyclical.
But if you think about that, 10,000 acres of seagrass loss, that's a lot of area.
It's a lot of area.
Yeah.
It's a lot of grass to lose. Yeah. I mean,
that's massive.
I don't think it's good. Let's jump back here.
I don't think it's good.
I'm not a very smart man. This is not good. This is not good, Maverick. Let's go.
I don't think it's good.
Let's go. Captain Bobby Woodard. Check in with our main man down there in Boca Grande. How are you, Bobby?
Hey, doing great. How are you guys doing?
Good. How's your grass down in Boca Grande? Are you feeling like you have the same amount of grass you had 15 years ago, 10 years ago?
Well, I could lie to you and say yes.
I'm not looking for a cheery moment.
Our grass situation sucks as well. It's pretty sad going to just traditional areas that you fish for the past 10, 15, 20 years and seeing nothing but just a desert.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I get it. No doubt.
But on that note, that last call, that was a great call. And Dylan, you mentioned some of the numbers there. I was listening to it. And you said that, we're down compared to our peak, but our peak was, better than what it was when they first started tracking it.
Yeah.
I would counter that with back when they first started tracking it, maybe the acreage of grass was less. But when you look at it proportionally compared to the amount of pressure that was on the estuary and on the fishery,
yeah,
so maybe the actual acreage was less, but the fishing was exponentially better.
Yeah,
100%.
So there's big picture wise, you got to kind of always take that into account as well.
And also water quality is another component about it. Captain Van Hubbard was saying that in our stream comments. And you look at grass, that's one piece of the puzzle. That's the habitat. But also the water quality, I mean, since the 80s has definitely been on the downturn as well.
Well, and there's so much to it. I had this conversation with some guys on the boat, and weren't even when I brought up brake dust. Like they were like, what did you just say? I'm like, dude, I mean, there's so many more cars on the road.
Well, brake dust and cars leak oil. So more cars on the road, you have more 100%. Oil.
Look at the construction up Tampa Bay with the Howard Franklin. The Howard Franklin, all those pilings they just put in, they lifted. You talk to the guides that fish up there, Mike Rogal, some of the really great, guides up on the northern end of the bay, Wes Burns, all them guys that run up there, up that way. And they'll tell you that it's changed a bunch because of that construction, because they're driving these pilings in the ground, removing all that sediment. That sediment is settling out everywhere on some big tides. If they're doing that work on a full moon or a new moon tide, that sediment is settling all over the upper part of the bay. Well,
it's not a localized effect.
What's that doing? I mean, and again, I understand why they're putting the bridge in. I get it, but damn, we're beating this habitat up.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah, 100%. But also an earlier conversation. So I'm actually driving. I'm playing a golf tournament this morning, which is going to be fun. I haven't played in years.
Me neither.
Anyway,
sounds lame.
I'm not going to.
You guys were talking about jacks and Mike. I mean, I've obviously over the years transitioned to the Charlotte Harbor area, but when I grew up fishing the bay, man, the jacks, especially like fall and wintertime, those big schools of big jacks.
Big jacks were so much fun.
We used to just crush them. I mean, the whole South Shore up and inside the deep holes of the little manatees.
Downtown Tampa Bay
I
used
mean,
to just
it
get
was
covered them in the channels, bro. You could run.
just
Yes. So
awesome.
much fun. I
awesome.
agree.
And I'm thankful growing up having that fishery because, once I started, chartering, it kind of trained me, like, as a charter boat captain, never, ever, ever pass up a school of jacks.
Never.
Like, I don't care what the target species is. You're running along. Oh, hey, look, jacks. Cool. Let's go have some fun for a little bit.
Exactly. Free smiles, baby.
It's not the glory fish. It's not the glory pigs for Instagram. But who cares when you're catching, fish after fish after fish after fish.
That's just how big of snobs we are here in West Central Florida. That's how good our fishing is. Because a 10-pound jack to a guy from, central Wisconsin who catches, a 3-pound walleye's a monster. Dude, them jack schools are amazing, bro. Having 3 customers on the boat, everybody doing the do-se-do, around, over, under, playing through.
Nothing
so
better.
much fun, bro. So much fun.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. One of the best memories with my dad, we were wintertime, we were up in the deep holes of Little Manatee and had big school of jacks chummed up. Like the smallest one we caught was 10 plus pounds.
Nice.
And
That's awesome.
and it was just me and my dad. So I chum him. He'd hook one, and right when he was almost done with the fight, I'd cast and hook another one, and then just switch and hand it to him.
Here you go, buddy.
And bro, I did that like 5 or 6 or 7 in a row, and finally when I went to hand him the rod, he goes, "Damn it, you catch one."
Exactly. Hey, listen, I'm up against the clock, buddy. Great call, and go play some golf. Try not to kill anybody in the fairway next to you, okay?
All right, fellas, take care.
See you, Bobby.
All right, buddy. Good stuff. Captain Bobby Woodard there. We're up against the clock, but we got our good friend Tim from Fisherman's Hut up on the other side. Hopefully we'll hear from you as well. 1-800-969-9352. Light them up. We'll be back. Horrible. It's just horrible.
We got to do the friendly fisherman one too. I got to get a new sheet for us.
Okay. Yeah, I need to do one too for the other show.
Just Reese. You're all set.
Thanks,
Your
buddy.
guide checker profile looks good.
Nice. Love it, love it, love it. Hopefully that takes off for you.
Yeah,
Hopefully I'm pissed at you for not letting me in on it.
you will be.
Great. That's awesome.
That's my goal.
See, with me traveling and I could be getting all these guides in all these other areas.
Mm-hmm.
All my connections in Charleston and all that, I could have helped you guys grow it. You left me on the outside.
No, we are. We're bringing you in. You just got a listing, bud.
I love
You're
it.
in. You're on the team.
Well, we need to get Ben Alderman in there.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Get a few Charleston guides, get a few Keys guides. I would put Reed Tudor on there as soon as you can.
Reed Tudor. That's
Bro.
down in the Keys, right?
And he just won the Herman Lucerne.
My challenge with some of those guys is they don't need charters. Like I reached out to Wade Osborne. He's like, dude, I turned down charters. I don't want to be listed.
Why would you reach?
Not Will Osborne.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said,
I always mess that one up. I get the two confused.
Don't do that to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Will Burback would be a good one. Did you talk to Paige about it?
Jeff, yeah. I mentioned it to him. And he seemed interested.
Yeah, he's probably idling down too. You get Josh to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Johnson. got to talk to them. Have you talked to them at all?
No. I mean, yes, I've talked to them, but not about this. Kind of a conflict of interest.
I'll get it. I'll handle it. You know, because now what happened is it's kind of gone silent on their end because they're switching.
Mm-hmm.
So they asked me, they sent me a freaking email saying they wanted a freaking invoice for the whole year. They're like, send us an invoice for the rest of the year. What? Okay.
Just do it.
I did.
Okay.
But, and I mean, that's great, except.
You haven't heard anything?
Yeah, but, before there was communication, like, hey, can we do some of this? Can we do some of that? And so, which is great. I like the, ideas. Everybody's kind of working together.
I think the new people are supposed to be settled in by like mid-October.
So that's what's happening. I'm just waiting to get the new team.
Yeah.
I got you. Welcome back. 6:56 here at the Bartow Forward Real Animals Radio Show. Got a short segment before the top of the hour. As promised, let's jump in here with Tim Duncan, Fisherman's Hut. Tim, how are you? Awesome, buddy. What you got for us, man? You're always. I'm excited when I see your name on here because you always do such a good job on your calls. So no pressure, but what you got? Talk to me.
So that's the cool thing. But I wanted to kind of move a little bit offshore and ask Dylan, have you been seeing any kind of increase in kind of like the more exotic species for our area, as far as like maybe mutton snapper or the occasional bonefish roll in on the flats and this, that, and the other? I'm wondering, if our environment's changing so much and we're losing like our grass flats, does that mean that the sandy the animals that dwell on the beaches, like the pompanos or the permits a little bit further offshore, are they going to move in where the grass flats were? Are they going to do something different?
It's definitely shifted as far as near shore and offshore goes. We're seeing, like, especially behind the storms, behind Helene, we had a really big push of schoolmaster and dog snapper, which we don't see a lot. We've also seen, just in the last decade, a huge shift in lane snapper and spatial distribution of lane snapper. We've seen more yellowtails, more muttons. It's definitely been changing it up.
Good. I'm hoping that's a great thing. Maybe it's just that they were consolidated to an area, and now it's healthy enough to where they can branch outwards. And I'm hoping it's not like a temperature issue down in the Keys. I know we had pretty much our hottest day here in Tampa this year, and it seemed like immediately in the beginning of the year, the water temps were just outrageous. And it seems like it's kind of cooling down a little bit. People are getting more excited. But have you seen kind of an inconsistency in water temps, and it's like now we're really heating up? Or
last year was way hotter than this year. Water temperatures last year got out of control, and last year in May it was as hot as it's supposed to be in September and May. And our summer last year was nuts. This year it's been much better, water temperature wise.
Well, hey, yeah, good call, Tim. I gotta go to break here, but great call. I think. I mean, at one point we had 93-degree water temp in front of O'Neill's this summer.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty high. Now, it didn't stay there very long. It's still pretty high.
It was high, but it wasn't as crazy as it was last year. Last year it was 97, 98 degrees on the beaches. It was pretty crazy.
That's crazy, no doubt about it. We got Donald in Lutz, Captain Mike Perry in Big Pine Key, and Captain Jim Fogel with our Visit St. Pete Clearwater Safe Boating Tip. We'll be back talking fishing on the other side, 970 WFLA.
Sorry for not switching the brake mics right away for y'all. Missed the beginning of Tim's call there.
Oh, good call.
That's my bad.
Tim's always a good
Big
call.
shout out to Bobby for reminding me.
Great questions from Tim.
Yeah. But we've definitely seen a spatial shift. And it's not as bad in the Gulf as it was on the South Atlantic. The South Atlantic along their coast, I mean, you saw mahi shift all the way up like Cape Cod, Maine. It was pretty crazy. So definitely some water temperatures pushing fish around for sure.
I was just chatting with Cody, and Behringer asked me, when did you start? I'm like, I think this is our 22nd or 23rd year on DAE. And I think February's 15 years on Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So when Ray Markham wants to chirp in, good to hear you back on the radio. Shut up, Ray.
I was wondering if you saw that.
Of course.
Wasn't going to bring it up, but I was wondering if you saw it.
I get it. I mean, you do something that long. I mean, at least they miss you when you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Could be worse. You'd be like, oh, no, not you again. Which they might be saying that, too.
Mm-hmm.
You have a 2-second delay. They have more than that.
Between the radio, what they're hitting on the radio and Facebook, probably. That's what he's talking about.
Oh, that could be.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
The radio delay is longer than the Facebook delay. I know that.
6 seconds.
Yeah. Facebook is not that delayed. What?
Best of the bestest. I gotta get more hats on order. Do you need some?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
I gotta order some.
I will ask.
I have a pile of dry fit Real Animal shirts too.
Throw them on our online store.
Well, I got like all these ones that kind of got to blow out with the Contender logo.
Mm-hmm.
That we went from like $29.99 to like $15, like just.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if you want, we can put them up front and put them on clearance. Those things move at our shop.
I'm thinking, like, you just move them.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you want to bring me a box? We can put them on a rack up front.
At this point, you know. You want to sell them for $15 and you know, throw me whatever you want. I don't care. I'm just trying to get rid of them. Make a little money for both of us, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're part of it, so it's not like we're. You know, Hubbard's Marina, baby. Welcome back. Rolling into hour number 2 of the Bartow Ford Real Animals Radio Show.
Unfortunately, only hour 2.
Exactly. OCC Roadhouse. Again, big shout out to them. Big shout out to Captain Jeff Page, who absolutely killed it last Tuesday night. If you missed it, we got another one coming up in October.
We do. October 28th, 7 p.m., OCC Roadhouse. Every fourth Tuesday of the month.
Yep.
Going to be a good time.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully we'll see you there.
Yes, sir. Bull Bay rods, Ingle coolers, some Real Animals, and Hubbard's Marina swag to give away. So great food, ice cold beer, good conversation. We're not sure who the guest will be yet. Dylan and I haven't crossed that bridge, but we'll cross it and figure it out.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. You might just get stuck with the two of us, or we could surprise you.
Mm-hmm.
Living on the edge.
It's like a potpourri.
It's a potpourri. A potpourri. Let's go to the phones here, rattle through a couple calls. Let's get Donald and Lutz in here quick. Donald, how are you this morning?
Hey, good morning, guys. Great show as always. A lot of fun.
Thanks,
last Saturday, of course, was a blast with Captain Rick Rose and Captain Mike Perry out there on the water. Had a great time with the 6a-8a release and so much fun. This Wednesday, I'm going down a marathon for a few days, taking the kayak. My buddy Brian Pershing's going with me. We're going to do some kayak fishing around Marathon and hopefully meet up with Captain Mike down there, have a beer or something. A lot of fun.
Nice.
But, yeah, so there's another organization that next Sunday that's near and dear to my heart. Paul Porter started this with his wife, Jan. It's the Reach Out, Speak Out. It's for domestic violence. Dylan, you donated a Hubbard strip for the silent auction for them. I'm donating a tackle box with about, got to be at least $150 worth of tackle. Donating a bunch of my DASU people. Donated some for me as well. So, and I've got a Bass Pro Shops offshore rod and a Penn Battle 6,000 reel. There's going to be lots of sports stuff, signed footballs. It's going to be next Sunday at in Tampa Palms at 15307 Amberley Drive.
Okay.
That's awesome.
His studio, yeah. So it's going to be a lot of great sports stuff there. And hopefully, get a lot of people out there to donate. I always buy stuff too, raffles. I bought lightning stuff, and I bought the Hubbards a couple of years ago, Dylan, when you put it in there. And
awesome.
So it's a great organization. So if anybody wants to check it out on Facebook, it's called Purple Passion Silent Auction. So it's a great organization. I know Paul does an ad for 970, and he's got his show too. But that's sports talk. But I'm very excited for them for next Sunday, and excited for my Keys trip too, man.
Good. Oh yeah, can't beat that.
Yeah, hooked into a tarpon and mangrove snapper in the kayak. I mean, snook and all sorts of fish. But and barracuda. Barracuda were big down there. We love paddle tails. It's like, how cool is that, catching barracuda in the kayak?
Yeah, in the Keys, baby. Good call, Donald. Good call. We love it. Good stuff, brother. Let me rattle through a couple of these, and we'll chat at you tomorrow.
Yep, absolutely. You guys take care. Stay safe and tight lines, everyone. Appreciate
it. See you, buddy.
All right, pal. Love that. Very charitable guy he is.
Yes, sir.
Let's check in here real quick with the beautiful Florida Keys, Captain Mike Perry. How are you, Michael?
I'm doing great, guys. I hope y'all are doing well.
Yes,
I've
sir.
recovered from lure arm from last Saturday, inshore lure arm.
That's a real thing.
I'm going to tell you, as a nurse, I'm going to lobby the medical association to make a diagnosis code for that. Inshore lure arm.
I'm already afflicted.
But no, I had a great time. CCA, fantastic. Home waters, even better, and with two of the most kindest human beings on the boat. But let me tell you something. Those two turn into, let's take some jabs at the guy who doesn't fish here anymore. So we had fun. It was a fun time. But the fishing in the Keys, we have returned. Actually, I'm out here at the Marina getting ready to take a trip.
Nice.
The yellowtail and mutton and mangrove snapper are everywhere.
Thick.
I heard Tim asking about the mutton, and Dylan, you and I have had the conversation for months off and on, all the way from Louisiana, all the way to Key West, and all the way back around. The mutton snapper prolification is wonderful to see, and too much, like you said, I think too much of a good thing. Got to keep our eyes on it.
And
the yellowtail too.
That's my concern with both of those species, because we split the stock quota with the South Atlantic. So it concerns me greatly when we see these huge upticks in landings on yellowtails and muttons, and I don't want to get into a place where we start having quota closures on these species because they are doing so well. We don't want to get punished. So I've been hammering that at the Gulf Council meetings with council members that, hey, right now, actually, they're currently evaluating that management plan for yellowtails and muttons and the quota split. I'm like, hey, we kind of need to fight for more quota over here on the Gulf because we're going to need it. And meanwhile, on the East Coast, they're having a problem because those fish are moving out of the state, too. They're moving north. Right. The thing we're talking about that Tim brought up about how species are moving north, in the Gulf, we're seeing it a little bit. On the East Coast, there's no cap. So those fish just keep swimming. I mean, they caught mahi-mahi. They have been catching mahi-mahi off of Maine. They've been seeing kingfish off of, like, way up on the Northeast.
Wow.
I mean, these fish are really going.
I'm originally from Falmouth, Massachusetts. Moved here when I was 5, but got to go back and have family up there, and they're fishermen. And they caught 6 mahi-mahi just off of Nantucket Sound about 4 weeks ago. And they've caught about 10 or 11 kingfish over the last 2 months. And they're like, these are species we could have only got in a plane, come to see you guys down in Florida, and ever dreamed about catching. So it shows you what's going on in our waters from north to south, and it's just going on. But I just want to get a call in here and say hello and everything's going good in the Keys. Can't wait to see Donald down here. Going to see what we can do about getting him out. I don't think there's room in my boat for his kayak. I'm good at kayak fisherman. I don't want him to get too big ahead, put him out, take the kayak out and put him out and have him come back and say, I caught a sailfish. I caught this. I gotta watch what I do with it.
Yeah, no doubt. Good call, Michael. We appreciate you, brother. Let me try to get our safe boating tip in here. Good stuff.
All right,
buddy.
God bless, guys. Tight lines.
All right, buddy. Good stuff. Let's check in with U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary Captain Extraordinaire, Captain Jim Fogel, our Visit St. Pete Clearwater Safe Boating Tip of the Week. Jimmy, how are you?
I'm great, guys. I'm great. Y'all sounding good as usual.
Thank you, brother.
Fake it till you make it.
Chris? Yes, sir. Hey, being ready or being a casualty. You know, Mother Nature doesn't care if you're ready when you go out on the water. You are responsible for the safety of your passengers, your crew, and your vessel. Should not go out when the marine weather is rough or scheduled to get nasty. Pay attention to that weather. You and your boat must be ready when you leave the dock, and that means checking over that boat carefully. You must leave a float plan. You must have those life jackets and all required Coast Guard equipment. It's there for a reason. You should have a marine radio and an EPIRB and or PLB, meaning personal locator beacon, with you when you're going out. If you're going out very far and or at night. Must have flares. And you must think ahead and be ready when the worst happens, because it could. And we don't want it to be a surprise. And if it is a surprise, we want to know how to handle it.
Got to be prepared out there. Anything can happen out there at any given moment.
Stay frosty.
No doubt.
Absolutely. Good tip there.
Yep.
Dylan, I like that, Frosty. All right, guys. Appreciate the time for the Coast Guard Auxiliary in St. Pete. Jim Fogel, be safe out there.
Thank you, my brother. Good stuff right there. Again, that Safe Boating Tip of the Week brought to you by our good friends at Visit St. Pete Clearwater. Let's try to run into one more here real quick. Let's go to John in Tampa. John, how are you this morning? You're on the Bartow Forward Real Animals radio show. What you got?
Doing good, Mike. How y'all doing this morning?
We're good.
Another day in paradise.
Talk to me.
Good. Hey, I was calling in on behalf of the Fins Fishing Club. We're having a fall tournament coming up next week on October 4th. Nice. And kind of picking up on the mantra for the South Shore Anglers from years ago, Mike, I know that was near and dear to your heart.
Sure.
We're doing a casting for a community for Roy Larson. So this is a young girl who basically had trisomy. I'm awful at pronouncing it, so hopefully I get this right, trisomy 18, which basically is a chromosome issue. And we're trying to get some, funds to help her out, and that's what we're doing for this particular tournament. It's your classic snook, redfish, trout tournament. And basically, we're going to have some trophies given away at the end. We're going to have some big raffles, just like we've always done at the old South Shore Anglers. Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. And Dillard, I know, Dillard, you were there a few months ago, giving a conversation with us.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Good stuff. We got some good things lined up for these folks, and just wanted to kind of get the word out on the street about this tournament coming up on October 4th. And if anybody else wanted to pick up on more details, you can find out all of that on our website, finsfishingclub.com, and you can obviously Google that to get additional details. But it's really for a great cause, and we're trying to kind of just move along and help some folks out along the way.
Love it.
Anyway.
Nothing better than the fishing community coming together to help people in need, man. I think that's one of the best things about the fishing community. So we're here to help. Make sure you give us a call tomorrow. We'll get the intel out tomorrow on the show as well.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, Mike. Appreciate it. Y'all doing a fantastic job, and I appreciate your helping us out on this effort.
Yeah,
I'll call in tomorrow as well.
Sounds good.
Yes,
we look forward to it. Thanks, John.
See you, buddy.
Good
all right,
stuff.
have a good one.
You bet. Love it. Love to hear that stuff. So
Finn's Fishing Club is a great club.
Yeah, they do a good job. Hollow Beach.
They get free food, and it's good.
Fishy place. Yeah, very good food.
Free food.
Fishy place. Free food.
Nah, you can't be that.
You said food and free.
They had me.
We got Richard on the South Shore up here on the other side. Looking forward to his input into the Tampa Bay fishery and what's going on there. Always good input. Hopefully we'll hear from you as well. 1-800-969-9999. 9352. Again, it's the Bartow Ford Real Animals Radio Show. We'll be back.
Starting Monday, this is huge. $1,000 in big, beautiful bills. The best giveaway maybe ever. Pay off that bill. Take a weekend getaway. Buy something special. Listen to News Radio WFLA after the news from 9 to 5. Hear the keyword and win big, beautiful bills. Sponsored by Mark.
Every time I've been there, at least she's been there.
Yeah, she's
It's cool.
pretty attached to Lori, I think.
Oh, is that what it is?
I mean, Lori was very big in Billy's celebration of life and all that. So.
Mm-hmm. Dude, polls. That's cool. So our YouTube live stream, I put a poll up, and people can comment during the stream. Pretty cool. I'm gonna have to play with this on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, Angel is talking about the supporters group, the Real Animals supporters group. She said you should give free shirts to supporters members in your supporters group.
I should. That's a good idea.
point.
How many supporters do I have? 3?
I don't know. You haven't been pushing it.
I have not.
I think you have me and Angel.
I did. You guys are both in. That's a good idea.
So Mike will mail you a shirt, Angel.
Yeah. Just got to get your information.
Angel, you have my number. Text me your home address. We'll get you a shirt.
Yeah, for sure. I even have ladies' shirts available.
Donald said, I miss South Shore Anglers. That was a cool group.
It was a cool club.
Man, I love speaking. One of my first ever seminars was a South Shore Angler event at Fort DeSoto Park.
Nice.
Yeah. My dad couldn't make it, and I think wasn't Tiger. I think it was his dad. He was like, Dylan will do it. I was like, okay. I think I was like 17.
Everybody starts somewhere.
Yeah. I have a photo of it somewhere.
Gator Gems. Manatees were eating around Fort DeSoto last weekend. Yeah, that's another problem. That's what I'm going to tell Richard on the South Shore. Watch him get all spun up.
Manatees eating all the grass.
Yeah. Damn charismatic megafaunas.
I wonder if Travis ever regrets teaching us that term.
I love it. Charismatic megafaunas. Great. Those poor dudes. They're going to play golf.
Yeah, golf, man. That's not a sport for me.
No. Me neither. The United States is such an interesting place, right? Because if you look at I bet you China's Ryder Cup team is all Asians.
Mm-hmm.
The American team? It's not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And not that that's a bad thing, because it's not, but it's just.
Well, there's no such thing as a true American, right? Because we're always, everybody's from somewhere else.
Right. It's very interesting. Welcome back. Got a short segment here before the bottom of the hour. Let's check in with our good friend Richard on the South Shore. Richard, how are you this morning? Ooh, damn. Ouch.
Did you just fall down?
Yeah. What happened there, dude?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I had a fish knocking the hell out of my plug. It's the first one this morning.
Oh, well, you want me to call you, you want us to call you back and it'll happen again?
Yeah, put me on hold and get me back.
Catch something.
No, it's just, everyone wants, I'm in a good spot. The fish moving here. It's the first I've seen this morning.
The manatees must not have eaten that grass yet.
Special interest, we're all concerned about water quality, and there's people who's concerned about, people in the wrong bathroom and this, that, and the other. They got us all cut up into niches. It's like they used to do with the commercial and recreational fishermen, or still do. They got everybody backed into a corner. They're threatening to hang each other. And I'm talking about the politicians.
Sure.
When was the last time you saw one of them get up and gave a passionate speech about taking care of our environment? They got you got more in common with a tree hugger than you do with any of these politicians. Okay, at least they care about something. All the politicians care about is getting your vote. And as long as we're split up there, look at Dylan. He's under investigation for Big Sugar. I heard him a couple of weeks ago doing a scribe about the bear. Now, I'm going to give him a new nickname. I think his kids will like it. We can call him Sugar Bear from now on.
Sugar Bear.
Oh, my gosh. You know that's going to stick. Mahoney's awake and listening.
Sugar Bear.
That's not good.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Captain Sugar Bear. That's great. We're going to have shirts made. That's great.
I'm done. This is my last show, guys.
Sugar Bear. Richard, good call, buddy. Good luck out there.
Was it?
That's a great call. Sugar Bear. Wow. Captain Sugar.
Speechless.
That's phenomenal. I love our listeners. I really do.
Yeah, speaking of bears, they just had that bear tag release where you had the chance to apply for the permit. So, the news channel, I think it was 28. So one of the news channel reporters reached out to me because she had interviewed me about the initial bear hunt. And she was like, do you want to speak about it again? I was like, no. Because after the first time, all I did was go on. I didn't say I'm excited to go hunt bears. I just said, hey, the science supports it. We're glad to see they're moving forward with the season. I had probably 2 or 3 emails threatening my life. I had a couple comments on our social media page about no one should go to Hubbard's Marina because they support killing bears. So I didn't really want to do a second interview about bears. So my good old buddy Travis, I passed it off to Travis Thompson, and he talked about it. And, man, they dragged him pretty hard on the whole deal. But it's so interesting, the passion behind the bears deal.
Yeah, I would.
So what happened is they released, I think it wasn't a lot. I want to say like 250, 270 permits. I'm speaking off the top of my head, so don't hold me to that. But it's a low number of permits that they released. They had 163,000 people apply for a permit. And a lot of them are anti-bear hunting, and they were trying to make sure that hunters didn't get the permits. What they don't realize is all the money they spent to do that goes to support hunting.
It's the best.
And if the tags don't get filled, they're just going to give them more tags next year. So you've increased the number of tags, and you supported hunting through your dollars. So big shout out to them.
And you're real tough, threatening lives with a little keyboard. You keyboard warriors. That's your real badasses.
Yeah.
Jacked up.
At least we didn't get any bad reviews this time. That's what I'm most concerned about.
We still got 30. We still got 30 minutes left in the show. Let me work on it.
Yay.
We're talking fishing on the other side. Phone lines are open 1-800-969-9352. We'll be back.
From the local Lexus dealers.
We can get this done, dude.
We still got the opportunity.
We got time.
bear.
Sugar bear. That's great.
The comments seem to support it. And I was so surprised Richard didn't hear my comment. Or maybe he did hear it and he just decided to ignore it.
I think he didn't hear it, is what I'm thinking. Sugar bear. Do we have any, I wonder if we have any listeners on the stream that remember Huggy Bear. Do you remember Huggy Bear?
I remember Huggy Bear being Snoop Dogg's character in a movie.
Snoop Dogg's character. Huggy Bear. Sugar Bear. Captain Sugar Bear. We need shirts for that. We really do. That's great. I'm sure Mahoney's all over that.
He hasn't commented, so I'm hoping he tuned out. But he had commented a few times before that call, so I'm hoping he missed it.
Smarter parking starts here. Download the Parkways app today. I'm Brian Black, News Radio WFLA. This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless.
Happy Saturday, Tampa Bay. Tracking elevated chances for scattered showers and storms today, and about a 60% chance of rain, thanks to a weak front, working its way towards Florida and across Florida throughout today and into
Yeah, that was it. Huggy Bear was the guy on Starsky and Hutch.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about the new Starsky and Hutch, where Snoop Dogg was in that one. And they killed his bird or his iguana or something. That's pretty funny. Yeah. Oh, dang it. Mahoney was awake. Mahoney was tuned in and heard it. Dang it.
Sugar Bear. That's hysterical.
Dave St. John said, I had a lot of fun at the OCC event, and I told him that the mullet run came up at OCC event. So they were talking about the mullet run a little bit, and I was like, that's the reason Mike's not here is he's fishing that mullet run. So someone asked how the mullet run was, but you didn't get to fish it because of the weather, right?
Windy.
Yeah.
Too windy. I was just thinking about that too. They had a storm that affected last week.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like they got more storms coming to affect the East Coast.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, maybe it's the East Coast's year. They've been picked on before too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the track line of this storm coming is very similar to what Helene did to us, but because it's the East Coast, the way the storm spins, it's actually going to pull water away from them to start. So they're never going to get it like we got it.
Yes, yesterday.
1 year anniversary.
1 year anniversary. Yeah, I heard that.
Mm-hmm. I did like 2 or 3 news interviews about it.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. 1 year anniversary of Helene.
So tired.
Someone said, is Dylan supporting a Florida manatee hunt? I said, don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby. I don't want credit for that.
Welcome back. Last big segment of the Bartow Ford Real Animals Radio Show. Phone lines are open here, 1-800-969-9352. Going to try to figure out how to get my lovely bride over to the Friendly Fisherman
for a cat putter.
Yes, cat putter. Yes,
dude, I laughed about that for days.
The cat putter.
Yeah, he does that kind of thing to me. What did he text me this morning? It was last night. He said, "What is wind fire talk about for tomorrow's weather?" And I was like, "Oh, wind finder. That's what he means." God bless him. But yeah, the Friendly Fishermen, they've got killer deals going on. They got the Locals Club. So if you could show up and you bring your ID and prove you're a local, there's 10% off. There's waterfront dining options.
How local do you have to be?
I think Tampa would work, in my opinion.
Right.
We need some definition and clarity around that. But I would assume, and I will say, that Tampa works.
Okay.
So that's an executive decision, Bill.
I like it. Love it.
If you have problems, you know where to find us.
Just ask for Sugar Bear.
Bear's got your back.
Ask for Sugar Bear.
They're running a deal right now on there's a covia special going on. There's bacon wrapped scallops, incredible fish bread. I like the cat powder, the captain's platter, if you will. It is the best option, in my opinion. You got a little bit of shrimp, you got a little bit of scallops, a piece of grouper. You can't beat that. Some wild rice.
So
oh, yeah. They do broiled, blackened, regular fried. Cajun fried is pretty darn good, but I'm partial to the blackened or the broiled. And they do cook your catch over there. So after a day of fishing, you can come on over and cook your catch up. And right now is a great time to visit. So stop by the Friendly Fisherman today. There's just so much room in Johns Pass. It's easy to get there. There's not a lot of traffic. And if you park in the city lot or in the parking garage, it's only $4 an hour. And if you're on a trip with us at Hubbard's Marina, it's only $7 for 24 hours. So you can go do a dolphin cruise and then hit up the restaurant, or go do a sunset cruise. Free beer and wine. Can't beat that. Grab some dinner. And then you get $7 all-day parking if you're on a trip with us. So it's pretty awesome. And the cat putter jokes, people are asking in the comments, it's from last week's show when my dad was trying to text me about the captain's platter, and autocorrect got him. But we struggled to understand him at first, but when you put on the Captain Mark Hubbard goggles, you're able to read through the text.
Let's get back to free beer.
Yeah, free beer and wine.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, sunset cruise.
Sunset cruise, free beer and free wine.
Yeah. And on our dolphin cruises, we guarantee you see dolphins, or it's a free trip.
Okay.
Yeah, we do a lot of cool stuff over there at Hubbard's Marina, bud.
You do.
Yeah.
Sugar Bear leading the charge.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
We got lots of options.
Yeah.
And what people forget, we do other things. We have shelling trips. We have eco tours. Right now, we're doing an Egmont Key cleanup today we're hosting. And we actually just got an award from PSTA's staff, intend to award the RFP for Cross Bay Ferry Services. So hopefully that gets finalized October 29th, and we'll start moving forward with PSTA to resurrect the Cross Bay Ferry Service.
Nice.
Yeah, exciting stuff.
Yeah, that is good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Love. Don't forget, just putting a shout out here quickly to Affordable Roofing Systems, the best in the business. Again, proof's in the pudding. We've all used them. We've all loved their services. I had repairs. Dylan, Captain Ben Marshall, full replacements. Everybody thrilled with the way that was handled. I just think they're great people. I've had David Torres and his family on my boat. He's a family guy, brings his daughters fishing with me. I just love the people, love the brand. Good stuff. You can give them a call today at 1-888-397-ROOF for your free estimate, or visit them online at affordableroofingflorida.com. Now is the time, with all these storms brewing out there, to make sure you are covered. Don't wait too late. So interesting show here, today. Just
we covered a lot.
Well, just that the whole habitat issue has really been wearing on me big time, and I just don't know what the answer is going to be. And I guess the only thing that gives me hope is that I've seen areas in the bay in smaller chunks that have, where the grass has gone away, and then 3 or 4 years later, for whatever reason, I'm back in there and I'm like, oh, wow, there's a lot of grass here now. So I'm hoping I'm hoping some of it is a little cyclical.
And I can't begin to fathom the resilience of our resource as well. I mean, think about back. All right, so we talked earlier, from 1988 to today, the Tampa Bay Estuary Program monitoring seagrass, we've actually increased the amount of acreage of seagrass. But imagine if they were recording back in like the 1940s, before they did the dredge and fills, before we made these fake islands along the intercoastal. I mean, how many acres of seagrass did we have back then?
Right.
I mean, it was probably hundreds of thousands.
Could be, yeah.
And where have we decreased from that historic number? And like Bobby said, just the amount of effort that's on it today. So it's always interesting to me, like we can have a 2018 red tide event, we can have these Piney Point spills, we can have these catastrophic events, and it's able to bounce back.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at people too. We were just talking, it's a 1 year anniversary of Helene. I mean, our coastline was devastated,
crushed,
wiped. And we're back a year later. I mean, a lot of people still have a long road to recovery, but overall things have looked up. And, man, people bounce back, fish bounce back. And so while I agree there's a lot of habitat issues that we have, I think we're on a path to at least having those conversations. And I would think that rose-colored glasses that we're on a good measure to continue to heal, right? It's like the whole water quality problem in the South with restoring the Everglades flow. I mean, it's taken 80 years of all this additive just construction and maybe poor planning and changes to water flows and inland rivers and water management to make this big problem. And now we're on a path to try to fix that problem, but it doesn't happen overnight because there's this huge, intricate issue.
Took us a long time to wreck it. You can't fix it in a
exactly.
week. Let's get a take on this from our good friend Captain Justin Moore. Justin, how are you this morning, my friend?
Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Dylan. Beautiful, beautiful weather we've been having. Nice long stretch.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt.
Well, it's about to end.
Hey, let me ask you real quick. Yeah. Habitat's been kind of the topic this morning. What's your thoughts on what you're seeing? I don't know anybody that covers more water or does any better than you. What's your thoughts there, Cap?
You know, if you would have told me after we had all those storms, and all that stormwater runoff, that we would not have had a red tide. We had a little bit last winter, but not much. Going into this summer, I would have lost a heavy bet. I'm really happy with the water quality right now. I'm not seeing nearly the algae on the bottom. Lots of bait. Fishing's fantastic across the board, near shore, inshore. I just, maybe that's just nature's way of, helping things and cleaning things out. There is some lasting effects on certain flats and bars, especially up on top, where I believe previous events from nitrogen and having the algae sitting on the grass, it had killed some of the bottom, and it's a lot of sand, But I do also see from the clear water a lot of deeper grass that habitat that has expanded out and growing, maybe because of the clearer water and the sunlight, reaching a little deeper. So, I think maybe it's I'm not a trade. It's never good to see any kind of loss, but at least you're seeing a positive somewhere else. You know what I mean? So that's my kind of take on it.
Good.
But, no, everything's good down here in Anna Maria. And listen, real quick, August 19th, we lost a really good friend, Captain Jason Stock.
Amen.
Well-known charter captain on the West Coast.
No doubt.
Really, really just a big-hearted, full-of-life guy. Did a lot for conservation. Always involved. Very talented. I just wanted to let everybody know on October 11th at the Anna Maria Island Community Center, we're going to have a full-send Jason Stock final party for him.
Nice.
And
that's awesome.
Yeah. And 5 o'clock, doors open, buffets open. 6 o'clock, people will be speaking. Angela Collins being one of them, and we'll have a toast for Jason. We will have some type of a reggae band there, and a full soiree, fish fry, food, drink. So come out, even if you may not have known him personally. You follow him on Facebook, whatnot, Instagram. Come support his family, and that's what it's all about now, is supporting his 3 3 girls. He's getting ready to have, he's got a girlfriend that is getting ready to have a baby. So that's what it's all about, to celebrate his life, full send Jason Stock Creek party, and support his 3 little girls.
Amen. Yeah, no doubt, brother. Well said. I'm glad you brought that up and got that out there for people. I was shocked. I did not know Jason all that well. Obviously, we knew one another and had chatted a little bit here and there. But everything I heard about him on the water was ridiculous. Like, seriously. Like, I have a lot of customers that have fished with Jason Stock that were like, dude's a freak. Like, seriously. I mean,
his energy level is just unmatched.
Yeah. I mean, really good fisherman. And again, I didn't know him personally really well. I heard a lot of good things about him. I know that your dad reached out to me upon the news really early, so I know your dad knew him well. And if your dad is standing by him, I think your dad's a great judge of character. So I just, man, nothing but love and heartfelt out to Jason's family, the little girls. Just sad deal, man. Sad deal. When you lose somebody that talented from an industry, it's painful. Amen. Those little girls, it's even worse. So, thoughts and prayers out to them for sure, big time.
And he was. I can speak from myself. He was a very, very fishy dude and a good friend of mine. And from the flats, that guy could catch fish on top water, super technical. He could take people wade fishing in kayaks to the blue water. He was very well rounded. He actually, Jason's younger than me, but he actually taught me a lot about permit fishing, things that I thought I knew, that I did not know. You know what I mean? And even groupers, he was just very, very knowledgeable, and he will be greatly missed.
No doubt about it, brother. No doubt about it, man. Well said, brother. We appreciate that, Justin. Good work.
Take care, guys. Have a great weekend and good fishing, everybody. Standing by.
Be blessed, my friend. Yeah, good stuff right there. I'm glad Justin brought that up. So that's what I always heard too. A lot of good people, it has been. I'm telling you. And
Vance Tice.
Yeah,
the great Pallet.
The great Vance Tice. That's a whole nother. I haven't had much of a chance to talk about that on the air. Vance and I went way back. I mean, just
obviously we're still recovering from Billy's loss.
So many radio shows that we did with Vance, and Vance taught me how to troll the bay. I mean, when you get that opportunity.
He taught everybody how to troll.
You're right. Good point. Fair enough. Very fair enough. Yeah.
I remember as a kid, I was like, "Wait, what? Trolling for grouper?"
Yeah, but you know what? If the loss of so many, like you said, recently we lost Richard Seward. That's just kind of fresh.
That wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, Richard Seward. I mean, Jason Stock, Billy Nobles, Vance Tice. I mean, the list, Flip Pallet. The list is really, it's too long. But if it teaches us anything, it should teach us all to bury whatever issues we have and reach out to those people that you're having issues with and resolve it. Life is too short. I mean, we lost Billy on a whim. Like, Glenn Taylor talked to him at like 4:00. And, then later 2 hours later, 3 hours later, Billy's gone.
Yeah.
It can happen really, really, really quick. And it doesn't have to be a heart attack. It could be anything. One of my dear friends, customer of mine, his wife's going through some terrible stuff. She was going through terrible stuff, thought they were on the other side of it, and then new terrible stuff showed up.
Yeah.
You just never know. So, you need to be loving and hugging and forgiving and doing all that important stuff, just the way the good Lord put it in the book. So we're going to take a break here, wrapping things up on the other side, the Bartow Ford Real Animals Radio Show. We'll be back. Oh, God, I'm sore. Oh.
Captain Bob Fazoli.
Yep.
Billy's saying he was the best bay troller. I don't know who that is.
Oh, you're saying about Vance?
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Nobody trolled Tampa Bay as good as Vance Tice.
So Vance Tice was a top guy.
Legend. Absolute legend.
There you go, Billy. Yeah, we got this poll thing down on YouTube now. We're gonna kick this off tomorrow night during the show. Have some fun with it during our live show tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. on the Hubbard's Marina YouTube channel. Don't forget to check out Guide Checker, y'all. If you haven't signed up, you're missing out. Mike just signed up. Real Animals Charters now listed right there with Hubbard's Marina.
There's a lot of good ones, but Anstice could damn sure get it done, boy.
Mm-hmm.
He taught me a lot.
Yes, Angel Guide Checker is up, but its focus right now is getting guides signed up. It will, October 1st is when we'll focus more on trying to get clients to use it to book charters. But right now we're focused on trying to get guides signed up on the website. And the idea is to make sure that only good qualified people get on. So there is a verification process, there's an application process, and it's kind of like the Angie's List of fishing charters. So that way not just anybody can sign up. It's not pay to play. You have to be accepted into it. And then from there, it's all about trying to get guides more charters without competing against them. We're competing for them. It's like a marketing conglomerate. So we're trying to help guides compete with groups like Fishing Booker or Get Your Guide or Captain's Experiences, these big multinational corporations that have seemingly unlimited budgets. We're going to pool together guides and pool our resources to be able to compete. So it's built by guides for guides, and it's all about trying to get more bookings and get found and not gouged. That's the idea.
Fishing
Pretty cool.
Booker.
Mm-hmm.
Schmucks.
How did Real Animals qualify?
Who said that? Show?
That's a good one.
Show? Who was it?
I'm not telling. I'm not
Why?
ratting them out.
Come on.
You got to watch the comments yourself there,
I
bud.
was. I can't get it to come up.
Jason Richmond said that.
Jason Richmond. Painful, Jason. Come on, man. I thought we were tight, dog. Damn. Captain Mike Yawner. Did you see Angel Perez?
Mm-hmm.
Captain
Dude, I like
Sugar.
every comment. I read them all.
That's funny. And now Team U Captain Dylan Sugar Bear. That's a
No,
stupid-
Mike didn't pay a lot of money to get qualified. No one can. It's not pay to play. You got to qualify. That's the beautiful part. Everybody is on an equal playing field.
You're not getting qualified, Jason Richmond. Welcome back. Wrapping things up here on a what looks to be a possibly slightly rainy Saturday morning.
Yeah, it's going to be a rainy morning, but this afternoon it should clear up for us. If you're along the coast, at least, it should be transitioning to more of an inland rain later on this afternoon. But around 10 a.m. to around 2 p.m. is kind of our time frame along the coast as this frontal boundary slides through.
Okay.
So we'll see.
little bit of a breeze this week, a little breezier than what we've had for sure. So
yeah, we're gonna have a potential hurricane moving up our east coast. It'll stay 100 to 150 miles off the coast, but it's still some of that's gonna reach across and touch us for sure.
Yeah, a little bit of breeze. I saw that.
Yeah, it will be nicer offshore, but you got to make it offshore, right? And that's going to be the challenge. It looks like it's going to be pretty breezy starting Sunday afternoon all the way through about Wednesday. We get a little bit of a reprieve there, and then potentially a little bit more wind later in the work week coming up next weekend as we get into hopefully our first, maybe potentially stronger cold front. Crazy.
Weather update brought to you by, again, our good friends at Reese Windows and Doors, Florida's leading window and door company, over 50 years in business. They offer free installation, most windows and doors installed in just 6 to 8 weeks, so no long wait to get your windows and doors installed. They only use in-house installers, no freelance contractors. Everything they do comes with a double lifetime warranty. For more info, go to reesewindows.com, the best in the business.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I got
good show.
Yeah,
good
I got all
times.
kinds of.
Good to have you back.
It's good to be back. Good to be back in the wheelhouse.
Yes, sir.
Long time I've been doing this, so I know I'm getting I get a little heat when I'm not here for a while, and I get it, which is a good thing, I guess. If they didn't miss you, then that would be a bad thing. But it's super nice.
I miss you.
Super nice to have, Captain Sugar Bear here and Mr. Mahoney and Mr. Marshall giving me the opportunity to
good backup.
Take a little breath, take a little breather here and there and get out. I mean, 22 years on Sunday and 15 now, Saturday and Sunday. So
wow,
it's nice to take a little break. That last break was probably my biggest in 15 years that I've had where I haven't been in the air chair. So blessed to be able to do it. It's
That's
all
awesome,
good.
man.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good.
And we've got hopefully some good opportunities to catch some fish here today before the weather gets a little bit nasty. And tomorrow doesn't look too bad either, especially tomorrow morning. So hopefully you'll be able to get out there and take advantage of those windows. Not a lot of tide moving, though. Kind of a weaker tide. So what would you be doing if you're going out there?
Well, I'll be doing nothing that I did yesterday. I can tell you that, because yesterday was horrible. It was tough, boy. We had that big low right in the middle of the morning, and that makes it it can make it a little tricky, especially when the bite's off a little bit. A lot of the guys were kind of focused on the deeper grass, so you're fishing for trout and, mackerel and things like that. As that tide started to come in, that snook bite picked up for us a little bit. So if you can get in some of those deeper pockets along the mangrove shorelines, kind of leading into the backcountry, those fish are kind of staged up right there right now. And I kept telling my guys, I got in there a little early. We pulled in there slow. I'm like, man, I'm about an hour and a half earlier than I really needed to be here. But everything else I had was terrible. So I knew there was a lot of fish there. I'm like, give this thing 20, 30 minutes. And sure enough, as that water started to pour in, that bite really picked up. So,
nice.
I think had we stayed there, we'd ended up with a really, really good morning. But my trip was up. We probably caught 10 or 15 snook there to end it, which was kind of nice. But, it was a little challenging. Again, the trout bite was okay. There's some snapper around, a lot of good stuff happening. So big shout out to Jason Behringer and our new guy, Cody, in the back there, keeping us rocking and rolling. Make sure you tune in tomorrow morning to the Team Mahoney Company Real Animals Radio Show, 95.3 WDAE and AM 620 from 7 to 9 a.m.
And tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m., the live stream show on the Hubbard's Marina Real Animals Facebook and Hubbard's Marina YouTube. And hopefully we'll see you every Sunday.
Don't forget, October 28th, that's the fourth Tuesday of the month, OCC Roadhouse, Real Animals Fishing Conversations. Put them on your calendar. Coming out, get some killer food. Have a great time with us. Hey, go Bucks, go Pack. Everybody have a great weekend.
And don't forget, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too darn busy.
Tight lines, we're out.
The preceding program was paid for by Real Animals Fishing.
6a-8a and W233 Golf Course. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app.
Dropping dimes.
Thank you guys for tuning in and hanging out. Hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow morning and tomorrow night for that live stream show. Hopefully you enjoyed the show, and thanks for putting up with us and all of Mike's yawning. I know, Angel. It's ridiculous.
You need more sleep. Can we do this show at noon?
Nope.
Like noon to 2?
Nope. It's a fishing show. It's an early morning thing. And it's not even that early. It's 6 a.m. It's like mid-morning.
Stupid.
This guy. Y'all have a good one. Enjoy your day.
So stupid. I'd be much less.
He could not charge the felony in the case.
Worrell says that Uthmeyer has zero prosecutorial experience and was appointed, not elected. Governor DeSantis removed Worrell from office, but